A very good morning, 11th class, and today we are on our ending part of our chapter Morphology of Flowering Plants, and we are going to discuss a very important part with you, and that part is about floral diagram. Means till now so many terms which we have learnt till from our 5 lectures that we are going to put in a formula, and we are going to draw the diagram to represent our flower through that diagram, right? So basically there are two things which is the last thing in this chapter, that is description. When description of a typical flowering plant through a floral formula and through the floral diagram. This is completely thoroughly based on your NCRT explanation only, right? And we but I'm going to make it simple for you, so that you can try it for the other families also. I have taken here a first very simple family with you, that is the Malvaceae family. Malvaceae family, every one of you know that the example of Malvaceae family is very famous member of Malvaceae family is China rose. So if first thing, every time we have to start when we ever to draw the diagram or we have to write the formula, we have to start with the description, right? We have to start with the description of the family. Now description of the family, now you can start in a two way. Better is if you start with the habit, and then stem, then leaves, and then inflorescence. I'm starting with the main thing, that is the flower, but we can add about the habit, which kind of place they are found, that is they are found like they are herbs, they are shrubs, they are small trees. So that kind of description you can add. But here the major my concentration is on to tell you that how you are going to write the description about a flower. Now, in Malvaceae family, and if we specifically keep in mind the picture, please keep your China rose with you, or keep the picture of China rose with you, so that you can um, recall these points very easily. Now, which kind of flower? If we say it is a trimerous, is it a tetramerous, or is it a pentamerous? Flower of China rose, it is a pentamerous. Pentamerous means every part is in a multiple of 5. Here you will see the number of sepal is 5, number of petals is 5. You do not need to write these descripting words which I have written here. You have to only write only the terms. No sentences should be there in the description, only the terminology. Now, the flower is, or if we talk about the gynoecium or the flower is hypogynous, because in this gynoecium is at the top, and all other whorls, calyx, corolla, and rhoecium, they are attached to the lowest to the gynoecium. So flower is pentamerous. We are talking about flower, we are not talking about whorls here. I'm just talking about simply the flower, which kind of flower it will be. It is a pentamerous, it is a hypogynous flower. Is this flower having all the 4 whorls? Is it having calyx? Is it having corolla? Is it having androecium? Is it having gynoecium? Yes. Then this flower is complete. Which kind of symmetry this flower has? Is it actinomorphic? That is radial symmetry. only male part or the female part is present? No, both the parts are present. So it is a bisexual flower. So one thing is complete, that our flower from the Malvaceae family, it is pentamerous, it is hypogynous, it is actinomorphic, it is complete, and it is bisexual. Complete flower means all the four whorls they are present. Actinomorphic, when flower you cut it into two halves from any plane, it gives rise to the symmetry. You can cut it into halves from any plane, radial symmetry. So whenever the flower is actinomorphic, this sign is used to represent actinomorphic. And percentage we will use for if our flower is zygomorphic. Then we said our flower is bisexual. So which kind of sign we will use? Both male and female. Now flower belong to this category. One more thing you have to and write here, that they can be bracteate or ebracteate, right? So if they will be bracteate, then you will use the symbol Br, or if they will be ebracteate, you will use the symbol Eb आर. सो ब्रैक्टिएट के लिए बी आर यूज करना है और ई ब्रैक्टिएट के लिए ई बी आर यूज करेंगे. ओके, वन another extra word is present. If you look here, I will draw it for you. If you look at the flower very carefully, then there is the, this is the, if this is the calyx, there is the, sometimes you will find there is the small extra whorl is there. This is called actually apicalyx. Extra whorl present in the Malvaceae family, which is observed, and apicalyx number is 7, and they are not fused, they are free. So apicalyx कैसे लिखेंगे, कैसे represent करेंगे? E P K, calyx, that is the K, right? Calyx के लिए हमने क्या लिया है? K, E P K. So this is apicalyx. Now calyx क्या abbreviation is? K. Calyx is shown by the K letter. Now calyx कितना है यहाँ पे? Everything is multiple of 5 or 5. So calyx is 5. 5 sepals are there, and these sepals they are fused. For fusion we will write gamosepalous. और अगर आपकी sepals fused है, so you will write K and put this 5 in bracket. It means your sepals are fused, and these sepals are arranged in which kind of estivation? Velvet estivation. Velvet estivation, if you go to my previous lecture, I have talked there, and please be careful. Now again I am repeating, when you are making it triangular, it means you are drawing your sepals, right? Sepals. And if you are drawing the semicircular form, 1 2 3 4, and एक मेरा छोटा हो गया, but this should be in the same size. Okay, so it should be always try to be of the same size. So triangular is for the basically sepals, and if you are drawing the semicircular form, that is for your petals. So corolla, this was about the calyx. Calyx is 5 in number, and it is fused, and estivation is velvet. But this estivation will help us in drawing the floral diagram. Corolla is having petals. How many? Number 5. Which type? Free? Yes. If you recall, और अगर आपने अपना चाइना रोज पास में रखा है, तो petals जो होती हैं they are free. So that is the polypetalous. पेटल्स दे अटैच टू अ ट्यूब, ऐसी एक ट्यूब नजर आती है आपको निकलते हुए बाहर, दैट इज कॉल्ड स्टेमिनल tube. Petals, they are attached to staminal tube. This point also help us to draw the floral diagram. Estivation here is twisted estivation, inside out. Every word is inside out. Again, go back to the lecture and revise it. Only then, if you are not confirmed about the velvet and twisted estivation, you will not be able to draw floral diagram. Petals, they are no doubt, they are very showy, they are large, they are bright in the color. Androecium, when we talk about the male reproductive whorl, as you know that these many filaments they join to form a one bundle, and this bunch is arranged in the form of a tube, and this tube is known as staminal tube. So when we say bundle and when we say many filaments means many stamens and anthers. Now if you look here, these are the anthers which are arranged here. So these anthers, they are monothecous, right? Monothecous means single lobe. Go back to the lecture and make yourself clear about the monothecous and dithecous from the Androecium lecture. That monothecous means one lobe and dithecous means two lobes. So here this is one lobe. And which kind of Androecium it has? Monothecous. Now many filaments, they join together, they form a one tube like structure through on which these anthers they are arranged, and this one bundle, when we are having one bundle, it is known as monoadelphous condition. So through this one bundle, style is also passed, and this one bundle is known as staminal tube, and this staminal tube is attached to the base of the petal. So यहाँ पे in the petals we have written specifically that petals, they are attached to staminal tube, and same we are writing that staminal tube is attached to the petals. It means your corolla is written with the letter C. So when we will draw this diagram, this is C for corolla, A for androecium, right? And they are attached with each other. So you have to make this sign, right? So these are the small tips you have to remember when we are going to draw the floral diagram, and for floral formula these are going to help us. Now epipetalous androecium, it means stamens, they are attached to a petal, that we already written here. This condition is known as epipetalous condition. And now are these filaments, they are fused? Yes, these filaments, they are fused. So when the filaments, they are fused, then definitely you have to write. Now I have not described any number because number is many stamens. So androecium, it means they are to the infinity and they are fused. So you can write it like this. Gynoecium, okay, gynoecium में ओवरी कैसी है? Pentacarpillary, 5 carpels. It is fused syncarpus, and placentation is exile. Exile placentation means, exile placentation is that placentation in which if we have to draw the ovary, then placenta is present here in the center in the axial position, and here are our ovules, they are present. These are our ovules. So this kind of arrangement is called your exile placentation. Placenta is axial and ovules, they are attached to it. ovules, they are, if this is the centrally axial placed placenta, this kind of placentation is known as axial. ovary, क्योंकि हमने पहले ही बोल दिया फ्लावर कौन सा है, हाइपोगाइनस, पहले ही बताया है हाइपोगाइनस फ्लावर में ओवरी सुपीरियर होगी कि इंफीरियर होगी, ओवरी विल डेफिनेटली बी सुपीरियर. सो गाइनोशियम में ओवरी इज पेंटाकार्पलरी, सिनकार्पस, axial presentation and superior. Now let's write the floral formula. Okay, bracteate और ebracteate दोनों ही लिखेंगे बिकॉज हमें कंफर्म नहीं है. फ्यू आर ई ब्रैक्टिएट, फ्यू आर ब्रैक्टिएट, ऐसा नहीं है कि ऑल द मेंबर्स दे आर ब्रैक्टिएट. ओके, व्हाट अबाउट द सिमेट्री? Second thing you have to write down the symmetry. Symmetry, it is actinomorphic. What about the flower? It is bisexual flower. So we will make this sign. What about the, now we will talk about the whorls. Apicalyx. Apicalyx. EPK. कितना number है? 7. After this, calyx. Calyx is K and the number is 5 and it is fused. Corolla. Corolla is again 5 but it is polypetalous. It is not fused. Androecium. Androecium is many stamens are present and number is not fixed. So we will write infinity and it is fused. And because calyx and corolla, they are attached with each other. Not calyx and corolla. Calyx, our corolla and androecium, they are attached with each other. So we are writing this arrow on this, not the arrow, this line on both the heads. Now come to the gynoecium. Gynoecium is pentacarpellary, so 5, that is fused, syncarpus and it is superior ovary. हमेशा जब भी ovary superior है तो नीचे line लगाना है. This is the way you have to write the floral formula. Once you are clear with the terms, I think if you practice 2 times, even if 2 times sincerely, you will get सक्सेस इन राइटिंग दिस फ्लोरल फार्मूला. अगर आपने छोड़ दिया इसको तो कभी भी, मार्क माई पॉइंट, कभी भी, नेवर एवर यू विल बी एबल टू लर्न इट. इफ यू आर थिंकिंग दैट फर्स्ट वी विल फिनिश अवर 12th एंड देन वी विल कम बैक टू दीज थिंग्स, forget about that. That is not going to happen. These things have to be clear in your mind now, right now, right? And those who are in 12th and they have not studied this structure that time sincerely, then I will request them, then please go through this structure at least 2 to 3 times. You will get mastery. You will get mastery over this, how to write the floral formula. Now let's draw the floral diagram. Always remember that you have to draw in the center, and that is called your mother axis. And mother axis we always draw, that is the posterior side, and this is our anterior side, right? So first thing, always I told you that we have to move from our outwalls, means we have to move from calyx, then corolla, then androecium, and then gynoecium. How many calyx we had? We had how many sepals? 5. And what kind of estivation they were having? Velvet. But because these sepals, they are fused, तो हम ये लूप बनाएंगे बीच में, एवरी सेपल्स के बीच में, क्योंकि ये ज्वाइंट है, दे आर फ्यूज, सो यू हैव टू ड्रॉ दीज लूप्स. एंड सेपल्स को ड्रॉ कैसे करना है? दीज ट्रायंगुलर शेप्स. ओके, नेक्स्ट about is your corolla. Corolla is again, now कितना number है? 5. So as you can see, corolla के लिए we are drawing this semicircular form. How many? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which kind of estivation corolla has? Twisted estivation. If you look, twisted estivation में क्या करना है? In and out. In, out. This is in and out. This is also in and out. This is also in and out. In and out. In and out. Every 5 complete words with the 5 petals you have to draw with in and out condition. Now move to the your androecium part. As you can see, this we have drawn the androecium with the black color I am drawing right now. Now when you know that together all the filaments together they form one staminal tube, and on this staminal tube these are the anthers which are attached. These are the anthers. Now you can see that some part of the filament is free. Little part of the filament is free. So we will draw it like this. This little part which is free, we will draw it like this. Draw a circle and these free filaments. And now what kind of anthers they have? Monothecus. तो हमने single lobe draw की है यहाँ पे, monothecus, right? फिर उसके सेंटर में फिलामेंट निकलेगा and these are our monothecus. Now because this androecium is attached to your corolla, so you have to mark these lines so that it is showing that your corolla is attached to androecium. Now let's come in the center. In the center we are having ovary, which is having which presentation? Axile presentation. Center में आपको मिलेगा ये हमारा placenta, and these are, you can see, ovules are attached. So this kind of presentation is known as axile presentation. So this is complete floral diagram. Please be careful about the posterior side. Mother axis के बिना ये शुरू नहीं होगा, right? And this is the anterior side. Try it for the another family that is called Solanaceae family. And still, if there is any doubt, you can mention your doubt in the comment section. Okay, go through this lecture very carefully. This is really going to helpful for you to solve many kinds of questions.